Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ॐ श्रीमात्रे नमः. So verse number 44. Let us first do the shloka. तनोतु क्षेमं नः स्त्वा तनोतु क्षेमं नस्तव वदन सौन्दर्यलहरी वदन सौन्दर्यलहरी तनोतु क्षेमं नस्तव वदन सौन्दर्यलहरी परिवाहस्रोतः सरणिरिव परिवाहस्रोतः सरणिरिव सीमन्तसरणिः सीमन्तसरणिः स्रोतः सरणिरिव सीमन्तसरणिः तनोतु क्षेमं नस्तव वदन सौन्दर्यलहरी परिवाहस्रोतः सरणिरिव सीमन्तसरणिः वहन्ती सिन्दूरं प्रबलकबरीभारतिमिर वहन्ति सिन्दूरप्रबलिकबरीभारतिमिर द्विषां वृन्दैर्बन्दीकृतमिव द्विषां वृन्दैर्बन्दीकृतमिव नवीनार्ककिरणं द्विषां वृन्दैर्बन्दीकृतमिव नवीनार्ककिरणं वहन्ति सिन्दूरं प्रबलकबरीभारतिमिर द्विषां वृन्दैर्बन्दीकृतमिव नवीनार्ककिरणं तनोतु क्षेमं नस्तव वदन सौन्दर्यलहरी परिवाहस्रोत सरणिरिव सीमन्तसरणिः वहन्ती सिन्दूरं प्रबलकबरीभारतिमिरद्विषां वृन्दैर्बन्दीकृतमिव नवीनार्ककिरणम् तनोतु क्षेमं तनोतु to be blessing with kshema. Kshema here, the word is generally meaning to say prosperity, but in our specific case here, what is prosperity? Acharya's prosperity is always liberation only. So, tanotu kshemam, kshemam here will mean liberation. Tanotu kshemam, nah means for us. Tava, your Vadana Soundarya Lahari, waves of beauty coming from your face. Vadana means face. Coming Vadana Soundarya, beauty, Lahari, waves after waves. Parivaha Srota Sarani river. Sarani means small river, stream, right? Srota, flow. Parivaha, overflowing, taking away. So Parivaha Srota Sarani river, overflowing like a stream. Simanta Saranihi. Simanta means the parting of the hair, right? The seventh month function done at one of the samskaras that is done is called the Simantonnayana. The word Simanta means parting of the hair. So the parting of the hair certain chemicals are put, certain essence of medical things are put, which are supposed to be indicated giving a better or easier childbirth. So that is called the function of Simantonnaya. So here there is the word Simanta. Simanta means parting of the hair. Simanta Saranihi. Vahanti Sinduram. Vahanti meaning here wearing, right? It also means to be carrying or to be holding. So the Simanta is holding Sinduram. Prabala Kabari Bhara Timira. So the Prabala means dense, darkness. Here the Prabala Kabari Bhara, thick hair. Timira Dushambrandehi. Timira means dark hair. So that again there is a description of the dark, thick hair which is around Devi's face. Bandi Kritamiva. Having imprisoned Navina Arka Kiranam. Navina means new, Arka is sun, Kirana means the rays of the sun. Navina Arka Kiranam, the rays of the sun at the dawn. So it looks like he's describing that your thick hair with the parting, along with the vermilion, the sindura, along the parting of the hair, it appears like the sun at dawn. And the parting appears like an overflowing stream along with the waves of the beauty of your face. Now, let us look at each of these, what we are talking about. She is decorated with Sindura, we already know, Lalita Sahasranama. Anybody remembers the name? Correct. Say it loudly now.
Sindura Vigraham.
No, that is her color.
Tilaka, yes.
Sindura Tilakanchita. Tilaka Kanchita. She is decorated with Sindura. Right? So here, that she wears Sindura, we already know from Lalita Sahasranama. Firstly, he is describing in the earlier verse, Dunotu, we have seen that the hair was described. Here, the hair is now slowly being merged with the forehead where there is the parting of the hair and the waves of beauty coming from the face. Now, waves of beauty are actually waves. Where would you see waves? Waves are seen at the border of a body of water, not in the middle of the water. Waves will always be seen at the border. So here, I think, this is not any commentator, this is my feeling, that Acharya is telling us that you can't imagine the actual beauty of her face. So I'm only taking you to the edges of the beauty from where there's so many waves of beauty are coming. So it is only the edges. See the hair. Where is the hair? The hair is on the edges, right? It is on the edges of the hair. It is falling like this. So that beauty is, we are only talking of that edge. We are not even coming to the center of the face. Even there, what is happening? Soundarya Lahari, the beauty is coming in waves, right? In multiple waves. Where is it coming from? It is overcoming the darkness of the hair. Now, what is the darkness of the hair? Parashakti's darkness of the hair, and the parting which has caused a line, right? Now, firstly, this hair itself, the darkness of the hair, the thickness of the hair is a symbolism to Maya, which is her own creation, isn't it? But from that, if we have to escape, he has given that pathway also. Between the hair, there is the pathway. So you reach the pathway and the light of the sun. So you are imprisoned, right? Bandi Kritariva. So you are all imprisoned in the Maya. Having been imprisoned in the Maya, you manage to reach the Simanta. And over there, the glowing Sindura, which is like the rays of the sun, it dispels the ignorance of the seeker. See, Acharya, despite whatever he talks about, whatever beauty he talks about, ultimately it always goes back to liberation. And Parabrahman, in the manifest form, in the form of Devi, she is the form of compassion, which is why Sindura is also a color red, right? Sindura Aruna Vigraham. Again, she is described with that color red. That Sindura color. It's not exactly red. Sindura, it's a specific color, right? That color, that orangish red color that we are looking at, that itself is a symbol of the compassion of Devi. So, which is why wherever you will find, typically the colors used with Devi are red, yellow, and green. Red signifying the Shakti aspect, the green signifying the Shri aspect, and yellow signifying the knowledge aspect. Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti are put together in these three colors. So when we look at this color of Sindura, it is, if you notice, it is a color which is a mixture of red and yellow, isn't it? Orangish red. So the compassion along with knowledge, and we burst through. So what happens? And beyond that Sindura, what is there? The Simanta. Now the Simanta, when the hair is parted, what do you see? What color? The color white. Which means no color, right? Or all color, whichever way you want to look at it, which is beyond all color. Therefore, you reach the Parabrahman. So, just by meditating on the hair, not even the face, not even anything else, just by meditating also, we started with the Mukutam, then we looked at the overall first portion of the hair. Now we have closed in and we are looking at the hair around the edges of the face. Soundarya Lahari. Lahari comes at the edge. So, here we are seeing that, see, only that much is visible to us. It is only a minuscule portion. It is not comprehensible to human beings to look at her beauty. And therefore, Acharya is praying, he says, that let this auspiciousness of this vermilion, transformed with the compassion of yours, overcome my pain of transmigration. Continuous, this Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam that we are into, may we overcome that. So start meditating on her. Look at the crown. Look at the glory that's shining on the crown. Where is that glory? What is that glory doing? It is actually glorifying this entire universe, right? Yesterday I was talking about this. This is beautiful shloka in the Upanishad, which talks of the glory of of Brahman, which basically says that we are looking at, when we look at Brahman, we say the description given in mission, when we do the arti, we chant this: Na tatra suryo bhati, na chandra tarakam. Right? Na tatra suryo bhati, the sun cannot shine there, chandra tarakam cannot shine there. Nema vidyuto bhanti, kuto yam agnihi. What about this small flame that I am showing you? Not even the sun, the stars, the chandrama, the vidyuta, the lightning, they also don't shine over there. Now look at this, what he's saying, what the Upanishad Rishi is saying. Tameva bhantam anubhati sarvam. It is your light that makes this entire light, everything visible. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Whatever is glowing, whatever is shining back, whatever I am perceiving. See, if I am seeing, I can look outside, I'm seeing a tree. Now I can see that tree because the tree is reflecting light, right? And my eyes have the capacity to absorb that light, and I am therefore able to see that. Where is the light of that coming from? From the sun. Where is the light of the sun coming from? Brahman. Na tatra suryo bhati, na chandrama tarakam, nema vidyuto bhanti, kutoyam magnihi, tameva bhanti anubhati sarvam, tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. Such a beautiful, powerful saying. Now, just say, look at the Mukutam. And that Mukutam is glorifying this entire universe. It is illuminating this entire universe. Isn't this particular shloka is exactly saying the same thing? Soundarya Lahari, verse number 42, and the Upanishad are exactly saying the same thing. The glory are the rays reflecting 12 suns, illuminating this entire world of perception. Whatever these words of objects, emotions, thoughts that I am seeing, if it is being illuminated, it is illuminated because of consciousness. If there is no consciousness, can you have any objects? Can you have any emotions? Can you have any thoughts? This world of objects, emotions, thoughts is actually illuminated because there is chitta, because there is consciousness. What is this consciousness? It is nothing but her glory. That we saw in verse number 42. In verse 43, we moved down a little bit and saw that the darkness of her hair also is glowing. Even the darkness, it is so dark that it is glowing. We get trapped in that darkness, in the beauty of the darkness because of the Maya. And now he says, once you have understood that it is Maya, how do you overcome it? Oh, you can overcome it very easily. What can you do? You just go towards the Simanta and catch hold of the rays of the rising sun. What is this rays of the rising sun? Rays of the rising sun means rise of knowledge. So the Sindura and the whiteness of the skull beneath, basically signifying the knowledge, the pathway. So when you are trapped in Maya, in the entangled hair that she has, right? Devi's various forms, in some forms, her hair is beautifully tied up, right? And it will be, especially in South India, you see that the bun is on the side. And then they put the flowers over there and so on and so forth. Sometimes when she is decorated, they put the hair in a braid and they put it at the back, right? But when you look at her Vyakta form, the form that has explosively gone into this universe, she is Muktakeshi. Her hair has expanded. And Vyomakeshi, this entire space that you see is nothing but her hair. So the hair that Acharya is describing, it is so very powerful that what we are looking at is this entire material world is only a fraction of her glory expressed through her hair. But yet, Acharya is warning us and saying, don't get trapped there. Seek her only. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to say that if you want to escape from Maya, you have to worship Maya. Without her permission, you cannot escape. Swami Vivekananda interpreted that into even more powerfully. And he said there are only two ways to escape Maya. One, to become so big that her net cannot capture you, which means to become into Aham Brahmasmi and I am Brahman. Therefore, even Maya is a projection of mind. Right? Very interestingly, you might not have heard of this particular sadhu. He was a North Indian sadhu called Swami Ramtirtha. Swami Ramtirtha, you can Google him. Swami Ramtirtha, he traveled the world. He was in the US and he was somewhere in the US in Seattle side, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And the then president of USA called Howard Hughes, he went to visit him. When Howard Hughes visited him, he asked him, what can I do for you? So Swami Ramtirtha said, he used to call himself Badshah. He had only one langoti. Only one langoti and one chola. He used to call himself Badshah. And he said, Badshah is alone. And he used to speak beautiful English. He said, Badshah has caused this entire universe. Badshah is the one who gave you your presidency. Who are you to give me something? Right? That is getting over the net of Maya in the Aham Brahmasmi. Now that is not easy for all of us. So Swamiji says that fine, if that is not possible, there is also another way. Become so small that her net cannot capture you. And you will go through the net. You will go through the net. How do you do that? You remove the ego. How do you remove the ego? The Gita has shown us the way, isn't it? It shows us the Karma Yoga path. It shows us the Bhakti Yoga path. It shows us the Raja Yoga path. So many paths have been described. Take any one of the path and continue on that sadhana. And as we continue on the sadhana, all sadhana is only that. Sadhana is whittling down of the ego again and again and again and again. And every time it raises its head, what do you give it? What do you give it one head? You keep giving it one knock on the head and you make it down. Ultimately, like Nataraja, you stand on it where he cannot move anymore. See, Nataraja stands on that small dwarf-like thing, right? That dwarf he has hit it so many times that that ego has become so small. And then he stands on it. It cannot move anymore. Like that. See, all the iconography that we have is also so very symbolic. So, with that, to do that, Soundarya Lahari is a pathway. Right? Every time we study this, every time we go back to these verses, we go back and we understand each of these steps, how we are moving. Now, you can see the description difference that is happening, right? 1 to 41, we were doing what is called Ananda Lahari. We were talking of the joy of being with the mother. But Acharya, I think, realizes that to be in that joy, We need that form. We need to understand that form. So he slowly is expounding that form in front of us, which is why that part is called Soundarya Lahari. The earlier part was called Ananda Lahari. So now we have the Soundarya Lahari, which we have just now seen. Verse number 44. Tanotu kshemam nastava vadana Soundarya Lahari Parivaha Srota Sarani Viva Simanta Saranihi Vahanti Sindura Prabala Kavari Bharati Mira Visham Brandeir Bandi Kritamiva Naveen Arkam Kiranam. I love these lines. Look at the poetry in them. So, Bandikrita Naveen Arka Kiranam. So, the new sun having been trapped in the hair and then it glows through. Right? Any questions? Okay. So, from next class onwards, I just want to speed up the Soundarya Lahari a little bit. At least reach verse number 55 or 60 before the Navaratri begins, so that at one of the occasions during the Navaratri, what we will do is we will do a Zoom call and all of us can chant as much as is being learned completely. From that, we will do a chanting offering of Soundarya Lahari. We will also chant all the other Devi Stotrams that we have learned, so that that could be an offering that we can do. So that is one. So next shloka class onwards, we will do 2 shlokas at a time. Right now, let us start off with Devi Kavacham. So firstly, I am going to recite up to whatever we had done last time. I think we had done up to verse number 10. So we will start from there. Atha Shri Devyah Kavacham Om Asya Shri Chandika Kavachasya Brahma Rishihe Anushtup Chandaha Chamunda Devata Anganyasoktaramátaro Bijam Digbandha Devatastatvam Sri Jagadamba Prityathe Saptashati Pathangatvena Jape Viniyogaha Om Namah Chandikayai. Now, when we do the Sankalpa, Om Asya Sri Chandika Kavachasya Brahma Rishihi, you touch the forehead, touch the top of the head, right? You touch the top of the head with all the 4 fingers, as if Brahma's feet are on your head and you are touching the feet of Brahma. So Brahma Rishihi, Anushtup Chandaha. Chanda comes from the mouth. Now you don't touch your mouth, you touch the tip of the nose, symbolically touching the mouth, because otherwise you touch the mouth, you have to wash your hands. However, you can do that, you can touch the lips, wash your hands. So Anushtup Chandaha, Chamunda Devata, Devata resides in the heart, Chamunda Devata, Anganyasoktar Mataro Bijam. Bijam touches the groin area. Now again, in the Vedic tradition, they do right breast, left breast, which is not the right way to do it in the Tantrokta methods. So you touch the groin area. So you say Anganyasoktara Mataro Bijam Digbandhas Devata Tattvam. Tattvam is the essence, right? The essence, the foundation. So you can touch the feet. As you are sitting, you touch your own feet. And it's Digbandha Devatas Tattvam. Or another way of expressing, there are methods here. So Digbandha Devata, you take your finger and you circulate it and then do like this. And then you do like this, Digbandhas Devata Tattvam. And then after that, you say, Sri Jagadamba Prityate Saptashati Pathangatvena Jape Viniyogaha. Join your hands like this and turn them towards inside and outside like this. So that is Viniyogaha. Aum Namah Chandikayai Markandeya Uvacha Om Yad Guhyam Paravam Loke Sarvarakshakaram Rinam Yanna Kasyat Chidakyatam Tanme Bruhi Pitamaha. So he is asking Pitamaha. Now Pitamaha starts. Asti Guhyatamam Vipra Sarvabhutopakarakam Devyastu Kavacham Punyam Shrunushva Mahamune Prathamam Shailaputri Cha Dvitiyam Brahmacharini Dvitiyam Chandraghanteti Kushmandeti Chaturtakam Panchamam Skandamateti Shashtam Katyayani Cha Saptamam Kalaratriti Mahagauriti Chashtamam Navamam Siddhidatri Cha Navadurga Prakirtitaha Uktonyatani Namani Brahmaneva Mahatmana Agnina Dahyamanastu Satrumadhye Gatorane Vishame Durgame Chaiva Bhayata Sharanam Gataha Na Tesham Jayate Kinchit Prasubham Rana Sankate napadam tasya pashyami toka dukkha bhayam nahi yestu bhaktya smrita nunam tesham baddhi prajayate ye tvam smaranti deveshi rakshase tanna samshayah preta samstha chatu chamunda varahi mahishasana Endri Jagasamarudha Vaishnavi Garudasana Maheshwari Vrisharudha Kaumari Shikivahana Lakshmi Padmasana Devi Padmahasta Haripriya. Now from here we carry on with the next, continuing the description. Shweta Rupadhara Devi Ishwari Vrishavahana. Shweta Rupadhara Devi Ishwari. Ishwari means the wife of Ishwara. Now the two meanings, Ishwari, Ishvara as in the Advaita Ishvara, which means the manifestation, the first manifestation, Saguna manifestation of Brahman, or another meaning here specifically, contextually, would mean the wife of Ishvara or the wife of Shiva. And she is, but we have to understand it contextually. So therefore here clearly it is saying Vrishavahana. Vrisha means bull. So she is riding on the bull. Brahmi Hamsa Rudha. Brahmi Hamsa Samarudha. Brahmi, the Shakti of Brahma. Now, when we are saying Shakti of Brahma, it is not the wife, right? It is the inherent power within that particular deity. Now, when we look at Bhagavati, the Devi Puran, Kalika Puran, etc., this starts with a beautiful philosophical question. It says, what is more important, the power or the person who holds the power? Power or powerful? And it ultimately goes back to saying Purusha and Prakriti, and both cannot function without each other, and so on and so forth. Right? So each of these devatas, they have an inherent power, the Shakti of that particular manifestation of Brahman. So, and that manifestation, when it expresses, it is expressing similar to the powerful. So the power and the powerful appear also very similar. So the color of Shiva is supposed to be white. Right? He is whitish in color. So here she is Shweta Rupa. She is described as Shweta Rupadhara. Right? Brahmi, the Shakti of Brahma, Hamsa Samarudha, Sarva Bharada Bhushita. So she is decorated with all the ornaments. Ityeta Matar Sarva. Now these Chamunda, Varahi, Aindri, Vaishnavi, Maheshwari, Kaumari, Lakshmi, Ishwari, Brahmi, all of these are in various counts. They are the Saptamatrika, right? The seven. So it is said when they were fighting with Shumba and Nishumba, she manifested these Shaktis from her and they were all fighting. So while they were doing all this, ultimately only Shumba was standing over there for the battle. So Shumba said, now this is an unfair battle. You are fighting with so many people. I am now alone. So she just smiles and all of those Shaktis go back into her. She says, in this entire universe, there is only one. That is me. Everything that you see around you is appearing to you. In the reality is, all of it is only me. And she absorbs one by one. All these Saptamatrikas are absorbed into her. And then she fights with Shumba. So now this Ityeta Matara Sarve Sarvayoga Samanvitaha Nana Bharana Shobhadya Nana Ratnopa Shobhita. So Ityeta Matara Sarva. These are the mothers, the Saptamatrika, as I said. Sarva Yoga Samanvita, they are empowered, fully empowered. Nana Bharana Shobhadya, they are decorated with Nana various types of ornaments. Nana Ratna Upashobhita, with those ornaments have multitudes of jewels. Drishyante Rathamarudha. Now, seeing her, Drishyante Rathamarudha, Devya Krodha Tamakulaha. Now, what we are saying, she is now in that single form, right? In the Dhyana shlokas, as when we go to read the Saptasati, there are three very powerful Dhyana shlokas in the three sections. The Kalika section, the Lakshmi section, the Saraswati section. There are three different Dhyana shlokas. We will go to those Dhyana shlokas. In those Dhyana shlokas, similar description of the weapons that she is holding have been given. So, Drishyante Rathamarudha is on her chariot. She is there. What are the instruments she is holding? Tankham Chakram Gada Shaktim. Tankham Chakram Gadam Shaktim. Shaktim is the weapon of Indra. the thunderbolt, right? Shankam, Chakram, Gadam, Shaktim, Halam, Masula, Yudham. And Halam, is the plow. And Masula is a type of club. Masula, Yudham. Khetaka is a type of weapon where the head of the weapon is like a human skull. So the human skull is fitted onto a stick and it can be used to bang somebody on the head, right? So basically these, now we will get into the symbolism of each of these weapons later on when we do the Dhyana shlokas later on in the Saptashati. But right now we have to see what the weapons are. Right now we are not getting into that. Now, why are we describing the weapons? Because this is Kavacham. Kavacham means what? Protection. For protection, what does Devi have to have? She has to have weapons, isn't it? Right? And when I go to corporates and I talk over there, I normally tell people that if you are leaders, then you should have data. You should have information. You keep yourself blind. Look, even when Durga manifested, she had to tell the Devas, give me weapons. If Durga herself requires weapons to fight against the Asuras, you cannot be fighting this entire world in your corporate world without any data and information. So here we are reciting these names of these instruments of war that she is holding so as to invoke that fearlessness in us. So what does the chakra do? The chakra goes round and round. So you know that you are protected on all sides, right? So that is why these weapons are being recited. Ketakam, Tomaram, Chaiva, Parashum, Pashameva cha. Parashu is an axe. Pasha is a noose. Right? Kuntayudham Trishulam cha. Changam Mayudhamuttamam. So these are all basic weapons that she is holding. So these, I'll get into the description, as I said, the symbolic descriptions later on. So these are, and Sharanga. Sharanga is the name of the bow. So the name of the bow that she is holding, it is called Sharanga. There are famous bows in our Puranas and in our stories. We have very famous bows. Anybody remembers any other bow?
Pinaka.
Pinaka.
Yeah.
Who holds the Pinaka? Shiva holds the Pinaka. Okay. Any other?
Gandiva.
Very good. Gandiva. Arjuna's bow. That came to him from Agni. Agni, it used to be residing in Indra's court, and it was brought from Indra's court to Arjuna. Gandiva's speciality is that the bowstring, it cannot be snapped. The bowstring cannot be snapped. So typically, if you read the Mahabharata war, there is a very beautiful description when they fight with each other. One of the things they aim at is to cut off the bowstring of the opponent. So when you cut off the bowstring, he is disarmed for some time. You can use that time to kill him, right? So one of the things that the Kshatriya warfare used to teach is that they had to be able to fast, very fast. They would remove the old bowstring and string a new bowstring on the bow and snap it back together, right? So Gandiva, another one, famous one, another bow. Sharanga is, yes, Sriram bow. What is it called?
Shivadhanusha.
Shivadhanusha is Pinaka. Just 1 second.
Parashurama had given, no?
So Parashuram, Parshuram had given Shiva's bow. Parshuram had not given Shiva's bow. Parshuram had left Shiva's bow with Janaki. He had not given it. That is why he got angry that why was it broken.
There was another bow there was a bow. Sharangam. No.
Sharangam is Vishnu's bow. We have just now seen. Rama's bow is called Kodanda.
Oh, yes, yes.
Right? Ananda Rama, Kodanda Rama. Right? So Kodanda. A very famous bow. So Kodanda. So here he are describing Sharangam. Why? Because Sharanga? Because Vaishnavi Shakti. So all these, the instruments that she is holding, Pasha is, for example, it is from Vishnu. Is from Varuna. Right? So all these are basically the manifestations of those powers that she is holding. Drishyante rathamarudha devya krodha samakulaha Ankham chakram gada shaktim halam cha masulayudham khetakam tomaram chaiva parashum pashameva cha kuntayudham trishulam cha shargam ayudham uttamam daityanam dehanashaya bhaktanam abhayaya cha. Now comes the reason as to why she is doing all this. Why is she holding this? Daityanam dehanashaya, killing the body. Right? Daityanam, the body of the Deha is destroyed. Bhaktanam abhayaya cha, giving abhaya to the Bhakta. Dharayantayudha dhinitham devanam cha hitaya vai. So she holds all this for the benefit of the Bhaktas and the Devas. Namaste stu maharaudre mahaghora parakrame maharaudre. Raudra means she who is angry, right? So the word Rud means to cry. Rud means to cry, right? Various Puranas have given as to why the name Rudra has been given to Shiva. There are 11 of his manifestations called the Ekadasha Rudras, right? When we say, how many devas does Hinduism have?
33 koti.
So what is this? What is this 33 kotis? What does it mean? The word koti has been misinterpreted as crore.
Yes.
That is one meaning. Koti means crore. But koti also means type. Type. Right? When it says type, for example, वो उच्च कोटि ब्राह्मण के घर से आता है. We have a Hindi line. उच्च कोटि ब्राह्मण के घर से आता है. What is this उच्च कोटि ब्राह्मण? उच्च crore Brahmins के घर में से आता है. No, that cannot be the meaning. No? The word koti means type. So when we say Trayodasha koti, right? Or that means 13 types or 33 types. Right? When we say 33 types of devatas, what are these 33 types of devatas? Vasus, Rudras, Adityas, Marutas, all of these are the various types. Ashwin Kumars, all of these are different types of devatas. Of these 11 types of Rudras, they are instruments of destruction. So when you say that Devi is taken a Raudra form, she is taken a form which can destroy. Right? So here is Maharaudre. We are addressing her, we are praising her because we want her to take that form. We want her to be in that form in front of us, not with her anger towards us, but towards the enemies that are attacking us. Namaste stu Maharaudre, Mahaghora Parakrame. Ghora Parakrama. Ghora means terrible. Parakrama means to be victorious, to be of deeds. Mahabale Mahotsahe. Mahabale, of great strength. Of great motivation, Mahotsahe. So Mahabale Mahotsahe, Mahabhaya Vinashini. Very clearly, the meaning is clear. Namaste stu Maharaudre, Mahaghora Parakrame, Mahabale Mahotsahe, Mahabhaya Vinashini. Trahimam Devi Dushprekshe. So Trahimam, protect me. I have surrendered. Trahimam. Now, who are these enemies? These enemies are all inside us. They are outside us. Right? Internal enemies, enemies that are causing us to our mind to waver. External enemies which come from Adideva, Adibhauta, Adibhautika, Adhyatmika, occurrences that are happening outside us. Am I audible now? Where did you last lose me?
This
You were talking about enemies within and outside.
Okay, very good.
Yes,
so basically, therefore, these enemies which are outside and inside, we want protection from there. When we want protection and we realize that
Yeah.
Am I still there, or is my internet connection today is causing a lot of problems?
Yeah, it had stopped.
Is it okay now?
Yes.
So here we are saying Trahimam de sorry, Namastestu Maharodre Mahagora Parakrame Mahabale Mahotsahe Mahabhaya Vinashini. And when we surrender, right, and we say Trahimam, give me protection, you have reduced your ego. You are not saying that, oh, I can do it. It is no longer I can do it. And you have surrendered. So it is a process whereby ego is becoming less and less. Trahimam Devi Dushprekshe Shatrunam Bhayavardhini. Right? Shatrunam, those Shatrus who are increasing fear in me. Now comes the individual direction wise outside. Where are we getting protection? Pratyam Rakshatu Mam Indri. Now, the directions, there are 10 directions that we talk of. Dasha Disha. These directions have Dikpala Devatas. These 10 directions have Dikpala Devatas. Okay. The eastern direction is controlled by the Devata called Indra. So, in what form will she protect me in the east? She will protect me in the east is the form of Aindri. So, Pratyam Rakshatu Mam Aindri. Then, as we move clockwise, to the southeast is the Agni Devata Kona. Right? That is the point of Agni. So then, in the southeast, where what do we say? Agneyam Agni Devata. Agneyayam Agni Devata. Prachya Rakshatu Ma Maindri Agneyam Agni Devata. In the Agneya direction, Agni Devata should protect me. Then in the south is the direction is controlled by Yama, who rides on a buffalo. Right? Remember in the earlier shlokas, we have seen Varahi is riding a buffalo. We have seen that earlier. Right? We have seen that in shloka number where, let me see. Let me just go back, scroll back. Preta Samsthatu Chamunda Varahi Mahishasana. Right? So she is Mahishasana. Mahishasana means she is a form of Yama. So here we are saying, therefore, in the southern direction, Dakshinevattu Varahi Nairityam Khargadharini Nairitya. The southwest direction is called the direction of Nritti. Nritti is the Devi of destruction. She is a Digdevata of destruction. So Nairitya, southwest. So Nairityam Dakshinevattu Varahi Nairityam Khargadharini Pratityam. Pratitya means west. Varuni. Pratitya, the western direction is the direction of Varuna. Pratityam Varuni Rakshed. Vayavyam, the direction called northwest is the Vayu direction. Vayavyam Mrigavahini. Mrigavahini. Vayu, the Vahana of Vayu is a deer. So here she is protecting in the form of a Mrigavahini. Udichyam. Udicya means north. Right? In the northern direction. Udichyam Patu Kaumari. Now in the north we have normally the direction is called the north direction of Kubera. But Kubera is a Yaksha. Right? So here the Brahma is installing Kaumari. So Kaumari, Shikivahana, Kaumari, she is on the north side. Aishanyam, Ishana direction, the northeast direction is the direction of the Devata called Ishana, one form of Rudra.
I think in the text it is not there. I think it is only till Pratiksham.
Oh, okay. We will then stop at Pratityam. So anyway, but basically Udichyam, then we have Aishanyam, Urdhvam, which is Brahma's direction, Brahmani, and the down direction, which is the direction of the Patala, we have Adishesha, the Dig Devata over there. So over there, Vaishnavi will protect. So all the 10 directions are covered. This is how we are protected in the external world by Devi's Kavacham. This is how Kavacham goes. Okay. I definitely want all of you to start practicing reciting all the earlier shlokas, because as Navaratri approaches, we will have to do at least some offerings. So please do the Annapurna Stotram, the Tripura Sundari, Ashtakam, all of these. We have done a lot of shlokas. So please start practicing them, right? So that we can start chanting. And definitely Lalita Sahasranamam will be chanted. So that is obvious. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.